Yeah.
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 He not gonna like this.
This is how we starting it off, y'all. This is the Division Podcast, episode 11.
Episode 11.
I'm your moderator, Ryan G. Everybody else in the background
Yes, sir.
with the Mardi Gras music playing. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Reggie F. Baby.
Yeah. And I'm Mr. Taylor.
Yes, sir.
And Fur Baby.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's going
the
on?
deal? What's
up?
the deal?
This boss
Episode
sad.
11.
Look how sad. Look, you just don't want to smile.
He don't want to be the moderator today.
Yeah.
We're going to moderate,
He
man.
almost called in.
He
We
right
gonna be
in
a
front
good
of the
sport.
screen.
I'm
We gonna
glad
be a
you're the
good sport for
moderator because I
everything.
want him to see your face whenever we talk about
Yeah,
it.
they gonna see my face. I'm out here. I'm out here.
Yeah.
In case y'all didn't know, Saints and Cowboys played Sunday.
No
Unless
jersey
you was
today.
under a rock, no jersey today.
No jersey today.
Let's go ahead and get into
That
the scores
dirty
real
jersey.
quick before we get into what's going on, what happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
We got the scores. Sunday scores, we got the Titans over the Falcons, 24-10. Patriots over the Bills.
Let's go.
Carolina Panthers over the Texans. San Diego Chargers, or Los Angeles Chargers. I be
San
forgetting
Diego
that.
Chargers.
Over Miami. We got the Seahawks
Y'all
over the
discombobulated.
Cardinals. You got the Bears beating the Vikings. The New Orleans Saints beating the Dallas
The tone
Cowboys.
change.
I'm sorry, what's that?
You
I
got
didn't
the
hear it.
Cleveland
change.
Browns over the Baltimore Ravens. You got the Kansas
was
City
kinda
Chiefs
quick, huh?
over the Detroit Lions. Oh, we're
Wow.
going to get into it. We're going to get
Rolling.
into it. We got plenty of time for it. We got the Raiders over the Colts. We got the Giants beating the Redskins.
Can you give us some
the
scores?
upset Tampa Bay over the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
you got the Jaguars over the Broncos. And the one score we don't have on here is from Monday night, the pool game that they had going on.
The toilet bowl.
The
Bengals
Steelers.
and the Steelers.
And
Steelers.
I think the Steelers won.
I would've
Steelers
liked to know
Bengals.
the
I think it was 28-3 or something like
yeah,
that.
it was
Or
toilet bowl. We
26-3
called
or
that the
something.
toilet bowl.
Pretty much. So that's
Both
the,
of them was winless. I think
both- yeah.
the Steelers got their first win.
1-3.
So before we get into this Saints Cowboys matchup, Mr. Whalen,
Yeah,
how
let me
you
do
pass
this.
did,
Let
man?
me get my Patriots talk out the way because I know we're ready to get into the
In
big
his
game.
division.
Yeah,
But
Lord.
touch on it again. Patriots win 16-10 over the undefeated Buffalo Bills.
Over the undefeated
And we-
Buffalo Bills.
Trying to feel good.
And
Why
we,
you gotta say it like
and
that?
we improved to 4-0.
Man.
We are actually one of the only teams, including the Chiefs and the 49ers, will still be undefeated.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah,
into,
in that tough
into week
division.
5.
Yes,
but I
Lord.
will say this: offense struggled. Tom Brady 150 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick. Sony Michel 17 carries, 63 yards. And it's just a testament to the team culture we got going on over there.
Y'all
Bill
defense balling.
Belichick. I don't know if everybody paying attention, but over the last 8 years, we promoted probably 3-4 different defensive coordinators.
Man, we
Flores just
Wait,
Flores
man,
just
what does that
Flores
have to
just
do
went
with
to the
anything?
Dolphins and
Hey,
he running his own
excuse
team.
me, we talking
We
about
breaking down the
Sunday.
defensive
Well, this
We
what they
talking
got.
about Sunday. We're
about
not
y'all
talking about
defense,
all
man.
these
This what it
coaches.
got. This
trying
what
to
it got to
soften
do
it
with
up.
it. This what it got to do with it. The Patriots defense leading the NFL in defensive stats across the board. 5 sacks, 4 interceptions. Kyle Van Noy 2 sacks. Jamie Collins a sack and a pick. Devin McCourty a interception. That's 4 straight games with an interception.
Yeah.
And we just lost Gostkowski, our kicker, with a hip injury.
Okay.
He done missed 4 PATs.
Yeah.
I seen that he
seen
on.
that.
Why
he on our-
why don't you talk about?
I don't know if that's why we let him go or if it was the hip.
Why don't you talk about? Why don't you talk about the hit that they put on Josh Allen? That they didn't,
Illegally.
they didn't do nothing about it, and if they would have hit
How
number
was that
12,
illegal?
Had that
if
been
they would have
Brady.
hit number 12,
Had that been
he
Brady.
would have been ejected out
Act
the
of
game.
Congress.
CNN, that would have been CNN.
Well,
He would have been ejected out
That
the
would have
game.
been an act of Congress.
Well, had
They'd
it-
have forfeited the game.
Had
It
it
wasn't
been-
going down. You touched TB12.
Had
That
it
ain't
been
happening.
Cam Newton, I mean, they wouldn't call it either.
You don't want to talk about that a little bit.
When you're a runner, when you're
Let's talk
when
about-
you're a runner, then you open to. I mean, you don't get no protection as a runner. I mean, if you drop back passing or a receiver that can't see the hit coming, that's something different. But he running the ball, and he could have slid.
Okay, and you would have said the same thing if they'd have hit time. Huh?
Tom would have slid.
Okay,
Let's go.
moving on.
Let's
Ravens.
moving on.
Ravens.
well,
Fur, your team,
my
man.
Ravens, man.
How they
We-
did, bro?
Oh, how they did.
we
They
took
did
one on the
Nick
chin.
Chubb. They did Nick Chubb.
We took one on the chin. It didn't feel good to Reg Super Bowl Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, that's
We lost 40-25.
That's 2 in a
Cleveland
row.
just played good, man. Nick Chubb, we gave up way too many great runs. including an 88-yard run to Nick Chubb.
Shout out Nick Chubb in the fantasy.
Yeah,
Shout
I was
out
about
to
to say
Nick
that.
Chubb.
Man,
You had him in fantasy.
Lamar still played good, man. 24 for 34, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks though. I mean, it was a bad game, bro.
That was kind of like a must-win for Cleveland. Like, they had to win that game,
They
really.
came out like that. They scored first quarter, and from there, we ain't had the lead, not 1 second. So, they came out.
That's 2 tough losses, huh? Chiefs and the Browns.
Yeah.
So there's 2-2 for the Ravens.
Yep, 2-2.
Tighten
Lamar
up.
still,
I still got confidence in y'all,
I'm
though.
about to say, the
Steelers just got their first win. Bengals still hadn't
and
won a game.
that's who we play.
So
we
y'all
got the
division.
Steelers coming up, so that's good.
It's going to
too.
come down to the Ravens and the Browns
And the
in that
Browns.
division, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
believe.
they got the first head-to-head game, so y'all better
Yep.
get your wins up.
Yeah, we'll be there, man.
Saints and the Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Look, before we get into the Saints, I just wanted to say that before the game Sunday, one of my good friends, if you don't mind getting Stevie, one of my good friends told me that the Saints was looking great this year. And for a second, I believed it. For a second, I believed it.
You realize it was on the
Until
phone, huh?
after the game, to get out, until after the game, the Cowboys fans was looking like this.
Wow.
In a sunken place. Don't know how to get out. What we
They
did
was
to
stuck
ourselves.
like on Get Out.
Stuck. Sunken place.
Let me throw this picture up here. This is what happened
Yeah.
this Sunday.
Yes, sir.
12
New
to 10.
Orleans Saints. New Orleans
Teddy
Saints.
Bridgewater.
Second string
Teddy
quarterback
Bridgewater.
comes
Yeah.
in.
Hey, if your team won, stand up real quick. You know,
Don't mess up your microphone
Get out of
now.
my seat.
Look, Wade.
Give us a good old showing.
So, Rich, you're going to give us the Saints perspective. You're going to give us the Saints perspective from the game, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something that was rather interesting to me, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be interesting to our listeners also. Teddy Bridgewater, 2-0 as a starter, backup. Remember, Teddy hadn't started a game in over 2.5 years.
Yeah, over.
And he's trying to get into the groove. Well, this stat right here, Teddy Bridgewater, 23 for 30, 193 yards. He didn't have any touchdowns. He had 1 interception. But then you look at the flip side, Dak, 22 for 33 for 223 yards, 0 touchdowns and an interception. So Teddy Bridgewater stats is pretty much the same as Dak's stats, and Dak been playing for the last 3-4 years. Yeah.
That's your argument?
No,
is that the case you making?
No, I just want
So
to.
does that mean Teddy get them 40 million, right? Huh?
That is a great
Can we
one.
pay Teddy 40 million?
That
Finish
is
breaking down the Saints so I can get the
That
Cowboys,
is a great
man.
one right there. That is a great one. So, we held Ezekiel Elliott, 18 carries, 35 yards,
Not even
1
40
touchdown.
yards.
1 touchdown. The leading receiver for the Cowboys was Jason Witten with 50 yards.
Fumbleitis.
Amari
Fumbleina.
Cooper.
He could have stayed in that boot up there.
Amari
Clown.
Cooper, 5 catches, 48 yards.
Shout out Lattimore, man. You
Shout out
had that
Lattimore
man
for-
on a milk carton.
For D'ing him
Yeah,
up.
We had to find Cooper. We couldn't find him.
Couldn't find him.
Oh my
couldn't break
God!
loose. He
Shout out
couldn't break
Lattimore,
loose,
man.
Now let me show you something else. Michael Thomas, 9 catches for 95 yards.
That's how you
Almost
do
had
it.
a 100-yard game with the backup. He didn't have any touchdowns. Kamara, 17 carries, 69 yards. So it was a real good defensive battle.
Yeah.
And we prevailed. So shout out to the New Orleans Saints.
That's it, baby.
This week we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home, and we looking to cook some lobsters with Jameis Winston.
Yeah, bring the crab legs, Jameis.
Bring them on. Make sure you don't steal them this time.
Yeah, no, don't bring
Matter
nothing
of fact,
stolen.
you might want to eat the ones down here. Take
Yeah,
your
we
trip.
got enough for you.
Well, the Cowboy perspective from the whole damn game. This
Let me
is what
get
I
some
got
of
to
that.
say.
Let me get some of that.
The coaching sucked. The D-line.
Whoa.
The D-line.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Wait.
What? Hold on. I didn't interrupt y'all.
Oh, I'm about
What
to interrupt
for?
you.
Let him
He
get it
came
out.
in here, dog. New offensive coordinator. Offense look good. We throwing 300 yards. Now the coach suck.
But what the play calling, what they did, they ran every time on first down. There was no
Whoa.
there was no spontaneity in the play calling. They knew exactly what we was going to do.
my
They
God.
defensive line beat up our offensive line. Our vaunted offensive line, the high-paid
So
offensive
it's your coach
line.
being bad, not our defense being good.
Can I vent?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Can I vent?
Go ahead.
The defensive line
vent?
beat up our vaunted offensive line. That's supposed to be the vaunted offensive line. Amari Cooper was on a goddamn milk carton.
Exactly.
Zeke got locked up. Witten couldn't hold on to the ball. He should have stayed on in the boot if you can't hold on to the ball. Never fumbles. Zeke fumbled, which really wasn't a fumble, but they gave him the fumble. Okay, so you got 2 turnovers. Still had a chance at the end. It was excruciating. And then we lost to the Saints. That's the bad part. So, yeah, they whooped us.
All I heard out of this was the coach was bad, and I don't get that.
Us. Nobody scored points. It was a defensive game. Y'all whooped us.
Tell them what else you lost, Ryan.
What I lost?
You tell me.
What, bets? Yeah, I lost bets. I lost a lot of bets. Plate lunch bets, all kind of stuff.
All kind of food.
Plate
all
lunch,
kind of
money.
Stuff. Shout out to Boo. Chicken curry. Him and the wife ate on behalf of the Gidget Foundation.
On Jerry Jones.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. But our next opponent, we got the Packers on Sunday.
And that's another loss.
Oh,
y'all gonna lose.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all gonna lose this one.
I am woo-signing because we're going to come back and we're going to go ahead and get back in the win column.
So y'all got the Packers, y'all got the Bucks. Who the Ravens play? I know the Patriots are. We had the Redskins.
We got Steelers coming up.
Y'all Steelers at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to kind of show everybody, these are the division leaders. You know what I'm saying? Just for every division right now. Just for the people at home, AFC.
Wait, the Saints is the division leaders without Drew Brees?
Yep, y'all division leaders. NFC South is the Saints. NFC West is
got
the
that picture of Sean
49ers. The NFC East is the Cowboys. The NFC North is the Packers. The AFC East, Patriots. AFC North, Browns. AFC South, the Texans. And the AFC West
Wait,
is
who is the
Chiefs.
AFC North?
Browns and not the
Browns.
Ravens.
Browns right now.
Hey, it's all right. After Sunday, that's gonna be different, y'all. Relax.
All right, man. I like the fact that the Saints, the division leaders without Drew Brees. That is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, so that's how we did. And getting to the end of the football, then we'll give y'all our picks later on. Mr. Whalen, you got some info, some injuries and things of that nature?
Yep, we do the notable injuries every week, and they had a lot of them this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much ain't even a trending thing. It's just the usual thing from now on.
Yeah, exactly.
But for the Texans, Kenny Stills pulled up limping with a hamstring.
Yeah.
I saw Mitch Trubisky, the quarterback for the Bears. He's out for a while with a shoulder injury.
That's gonna be big.
Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Bills, we touched on it. The Pats put him in place
illegally.
He's in a concussion.
Put him in place.
Put him in place.
Wow.
Trying to decapitate him. What you talking about? Put him in place.
He's out with a concussion.
That's how they get down over there in New England.
He's out with a concussion. Big injury right here. Tyron Smith for the offensive lineman for the Cowboys. He already been ruled out for next week with a high ankle
he probably ain't
sprain.
coming back till week 6.
Marlon Mack, running back for the Colts. He out with an ankle.
Isn't that your running back?
I couldn't get him. I tried to trade for him last week. Jarvis Landry, he out. Browns receiver with a concussion.
Concussion protocol.
Bradley Chubb for the Broncos. D lineman, linebacker. He got a knee issue. T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end for the Lions.
The rookie tight end. Yeah.
He got a concussion.
Yeah, he's good.
He is pretty good.
He is good.
Yeah, I got him in fantasy.
He got a concussion.
Everybody got concussions.
Yeah, man.
A big one that I saw this lick. Marcus Peters.
Bigger, faster, stronger.
Marcus Peters, cornerback for the Rams.
He got blew up
on an interception.
He got blew up.
He caught an interception.
He need to pay attention.
Garbage time, and he tried to score, and it was a lineman at the goal line that was waiting on him.
He needs to pay attention when he running the ball.
That's a lot of injuries. Well, I know we got a lot of people that watch that that's in the fantasy football. So all those players, they're out. Some of those players is already ruled out. I think Marlon Mack may be a little questionable.
Yeah, we still got a couple days for
in the protocol, but for the most part, the rest of them they done.
Yeah,
but it's a lot of injuries, and we even got Melvin Gordon not coming off an injury, but coming off a holdout. Yeah. So Melvin Gordon, for all y'all fantasy people,
that's Reg dude right there. You glad to have him back, Reg?
Yes, sir.
I played against somebody in the fantasy that actually put him in the lineup, and I was glad.
Wow, you gotta keep up, man.
I was just glad
apparently they didn't read the update. He was gonna be limited.
Yeah, but he was back, and I mean for everybody that got Eckler out there, I got him. So
I'm keeping him.
We gotta see what's going on.
They use him good though.
Yeah, they use him
really good.
They use him regardless if they have Melvin, but he's not gonna.
But it's just
he's not gonna get as many touches.
I'm just concerned about the workload.
Yeah.
He been pretty much doing what he had to do.
I just don't think they should.
Vontaze Burfict, y'all. Vontaze Burfict.
A criminal.
The big hitter.
Well, hold on. I mean, y'all,
he was suspended for the season. What is y'all opinion on that? Because I got my own opinion on it, but what's y'all opinion on Vontaze Burfict?
I think that he should be fine, but I don't think he should be suspended for a whole year.
This ain't his first time now.
Now, I understand that, but you know, according to the guys in the locker room, he's very smart and he's really a good guy. The only thing is that he plays with the mentality of an old linebacker, and
That's true.
he'll be out on the field and he gonna give you his all. He'll get knocked out. He'll do whatever to make the tackle.
Right.
And you know, my thing is, you know, he come from the era where we used to hit like that and used to play like
Rough
that.
Rider.
Okay, and so now you want him to turn it off in the middle of a play, in a split second, in the middle of some action. You want him to turn it off, and that's pretty difficult coming from a linebacker, somebody who been hitting all their life. You know, so to suspend him for a whole year, I think is a little egregious. I think is a little too much. I think that maybe they should suspend him for 3, 4, 5 games just to put a statement out there that if you're gonna hit like that, we're gonna suspend you for some games. But as far as a whole year, a whole season,
How many times he did this? I heard this not. I
well,
heard
this
like
is like
$4
this is
million
like
in
this is-
fines.
Listen,
$4 million?
Listen,
$4 million in fines and game checks.
This is
since
like his
he was
third-
playing
You remember he almost
with the
put
Bengals.
Antonio Brown to sleep in that Steelers Bengals game.
Lord.
yeah,
Yeah.
this-
Steelers Bengals, he almost
He's
put
lost out on
Antonio
football.
Brown
yeah, he
to
did.
sleep.
He left him in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
But this
Well, I mean, you
this the
can't-
thing though.
A slap on the wrist ain't good no more, man.
But since
That's what I'm saying.
since that's happened, he hasn't got another penalty up until Sunday. Since that,
Since the Antonio Brown,
I want to say that was the last time.
man,
And
that's
since
not
then-
long ago. That's last year, man.
How y'all
that's
feel
a
about it,
couple
fellas?
years.
How y'all feel about it? Because I got my own
It
opinion
wasn't
about
last
it.
year.
About Burfict and the situation. I played linebacker, and I was actually one of the aggressive ones with the blind side hitting, and I liked it. But it is
Man,
he a little
yeah,
over
it's
the
a
top
rule.
with it right
Oh,
now.
golly.
It's a job. They got people providing for their family. And
Yeah, man.
if he
that's
just out there,
rules
he's
to follow,
just
so.
way over
Being
the top
reckless.
with it.
And you look, like I say all the time, man, them guys now, them boys stronger, man. Them guys faster. Linebackers ain't running 4-4 back
Hey,
in the
look.
90s.
Yeah, this was in 2016.
Okay,
So it's been 2 years, almost 3 years since
Yeah,
he's had a
Okay,
hit
so you
like
took
that.
a year off, and now you back doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
Like
good.
I say, man, it's
What
easy.
that say
It's
to the
easy.
killers in the
It's-
world?
Yeah, exactly, right?
It's
I'm going to
easy.
take this year off.
Okay,
I
well,
got to
back
take
next
on
year.
it. I got to take on it because I'm
take
kind of
this
riding
year
with
off.
Reg a little bit on this one. Here's my take on it. They had a lot of hits on Sunday, vicious hits. You had people getting choked. You had people getting knocked upside the head. I ain't heard nothing about the offensive lineman that took out Peters. I ain't hear nothing about the dude that choked Odell. Literally choked him.
All
Assault
Rosen.
on the field.
Oh, what they
Peters-
did
Never
to
heard
Josh
about it.
Allen.
You know what I'm saying?
Peters
Josh
was,
Allen. What
Peters
about
was
Josh
trying
Allen?
to score a
What about
touchdown.
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen was struggling for yards.
We talked about this.
Peters was reaching for the end zone. I mean, these are plays.
Okay.
This tight end
But if you
situation with
worried
Burfict.
about-
Have y'all saw the Vontaze Burfict hit?
Yes, I did.
I
It
seen
was,
it.
it was men around his legs,
I didn't think
the
it was that
tight
bad.
end legs, and he was falling.
Yeah, he coming.
And he was definitely down.
But
He wasn't even finna get
I
out
look
and
at it
break
like
a
this.
No,
loose.
he was.
I look
play
at
was
it like
Couldn't
over,
even break
basically.
a loose.
Yeah,
I look
play
at it
was
like this because a
over.
lot of people were saying
Referees
this.
dropped the ball,
When you
didn't blow the
slow it
whistle fast
down,
enough.
when you slow it down,
looks worse.
It looks a whole lot
It
worse.
looks worse.
The man
It
was-
looked worse in
it
fast
looked like-
speed.
It looked like to me, yeah, he hit him with the crown of the helmet, right? He hit him with
So
the
he
crown of
wrong.
the helmet.
The man was
yeah,
down.
he wrong,
Oh,
and
well,
he should get
that's it.
suspended, and he should get fined, but not the whole season.
Not the whole season.
Not the whole season.
It's not
bro.
no first
No.
offender, y'all.
No, it's not. I can see
It
8
doesn't.
Not a
games.
first offender, y'all.
It doesn't matter.
Give him
That's what
8
I'm saying.
games, fine him $1 million.
Listen,
did Jack
if you
Doyle-
suspend
did
him 8
Doyle-
games, his season over. The Raiders
did-
not getting in the playoffs.
Did Dario
This
go?
season over.
Hey, listen. Did Dario go into concussion protocol after that hit?
Man, it don't matter.
Answer the
man.
question.
It's a rule you gotta
Answer
follow,
the
bro.
question.
It's a
Did he
rule.
go into concussion protocol after the hit?
That really don't even matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
Doyle said
Because
he,
the hit apparently wasn't as vicious as it looks when you
Doyle
slow
said
it down.
he just took
Because
it
he
as a
didn't even
tackle.
go into
It's a
concussion
right
protocol.
way to do a tackle, though. And Ryan said,
and that's true.
crown of the helmet.
He did hit him with the
I
crown.
never said that he was he was
That's it.
right.
and
That's
he
it.
is a repeater
I
offender.
never said he
Okay.
was
My
right.
only issue is
Not
you
for
had
a year.
a lot of vicious hits that go on all the time, and I think they said they
And
supposed
he
to
the
judge
repeat.
it. They supposed to judge it in a vacuum on that specific play, and you had a lot of hits that go on Sunday, but you gonna suspend this man for that hit for the year?
Yeah. And I saw some hits
I
that
don't-
was
I don't
worse.
see
than
nothing wrong
Hey,
with
you
it.
know
I
what?
can see like
The
8
hit on
games,
I don't
Josh
see nothing wrong
Rosen.
with
and $1 million fine.
The hit on Josh Rosen to
So
the
now
my
you gonna pay
opinion.
$5
That's
million
my
now.
opinion.
Y'all gonna just keep getting
Okay,
$5
so-
million now?
Not Josh
So
Rosen.
that
He
money
done paid
that's
$4
on
million.
Okay, well let me
That's
tell
all.
you. Let me tell you.
$4 million.
When he had that hit on Antonio Brown in that Bengals Steelers game, they sat him down in the commissioner's office and they had a ruling to let him continue to play football.
You right.
And for him to do this again, I ain't talking about the ones that just knocked Josh Allen out. That just just started playing footballs a week ago.
Oh, so that's okay.
I'm talking about
That's
this
okay.
dude that sat in the principal's office and had this conversation before.
Yeah, it's just.
If you done sat in the principal's office and you done had the conversation before, I mean, you can't be the one.
I can see that
that's
point.
in the
They-
principal's
you know what?
I can
office.
see
They-
that point.
they-
I just
they-
don't like the
they-
fact that he's suspended for the year.
You know what?
That seemed like overreach.
That's just a statement.
They told Chung leave the coke alone, and he's the cocaine cowboy for the Pats, and he made an interception Sunday. So what are you talking about? So what are you talking about?
Wow.
So what are you talking about? Don't tell
I'm
me
just telling
nothing.
you, we talking about people livelihood.
Well, that's
If
a
you-
livelihood.
How you
Yeah,
get
you heard
cocaine
it.
cowboy out of Vontae's perfect?
No, I'm talking.
If you
talking
get
about.
out there and you hurt
You
somebody,
know who I'm talking about.
if you get out there and you hurt somebody and they can't fend for their job, but you know I'm listening for somebody that come from a Bounty Gate fan. He was a Bounty Gate supporter. So I wouldn't expect nothing less than
Yeah, he got his
Oh, and it's
playing
not
next week.
So it's not like the Pats invented all the gates. You want to
Man,
talk about gates?
just
Speaking
talking
of a
about
gate,
hurt.
You wanna
y'all.
talk about
Speaking
gates?
of a gate, we got choke gate. Odell.
Odell
Yes,
Beckham.
man.
LSU product got into it with
Yep,
one of
he
the
from
cornerbacks
Louisiana where
from
they
the
like
Ravens.
the bounty.
And he got choked like a.
Yep.
He got choked out
Like the nag he is. Because I know when Odell on that field, he going at everybody.
He got choked out like he.
We
owed
didn't
some
see
money.
it in New York when him and Josh Norman was looking like they had a
Now,
Earl
the coach-
Spence and Porter fight out there.
Now the coach was upset about it. Odell ain't really said nothing about it, and the
'cause
cornerback
he know what
said
he
it was in
doing.
the heat of the moment
Yeah,
or
he know
whatnot.
what
Do
he
y'all
doing.
have
Come
any
on,
opinions
man.
about that shit? He had been suspended. Shit, he had been fined.
I bet Odell
Is that
rather
you
be
know what?
choked
in the
than
realm
be
of
hit
the
with the
game?
crown of his helmet.
That guy said before the game, Odell had still owed him some money for that watch, and he was gonna get that money one way or the other.
Is he still wearing the watch?
Yeah, you saying go in every game.
He was choking him, telling him, "Give me the watch. Give me the watch."
Take it off, son.
Reggie F is on one today.
Yeah.
He's on one.
That's
He
that
on
Saints
one
hangover
today.
right there. Well, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into our picks for Week 5 of
Yeah,
the
I think I got some
NFL
good
season.
ones.
This
I got
time
some
we ain't
good
got to
ones.
take up the whole screen. We're just gonna have it up while we.
Oh, speaking of the
get to
picks,
see us
Mr.
and
Whalen,
everything.
on the pigskin pick'ems, what you looking like?
Man, I'm dead last.
Ouch.
That's why you
All
want
right,
to talk
Ryan,
about it now because I'm
you
at the
can
bottom.
Keep going, right?
Starting tomorrow night, we got the LA Rams
successful.
3-1 at the 3-1 Seattle Seahawks.
This is gonna be a good one.
I'm taking
This gonna be
Seahawks.
a
I'm taking
good one.
Seahawks.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going Seahawks
Wait,
too, man.
who at home?
Seahawks.
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 Why y'all ask, man? That really don't be mattering like that, man.
In football,
I'm taking.
it does.
I'm
Not
taking
NFL
no,
football.
No. For some teams it does.
Seattle is one of them. Seattle's one of
How?
them.
When the Saints just went there and destroyed him with a second string
but-
quarterback
but at
in
the
the
Saints-
rain.
But that
In the
hasn't
rain.
happened. That
That's
hadn't
the
happened
Saints.
in a long time to go
But
lose
it
to
happened,
Seattle.
though, man.
But
That
I'm saying
happened.
is
That's
the
the
averages
Saints.
is not for it
I
to happen.
understand.
Respect the Saints.
I understand.
All right.
I understand,
That's what
but
we
I'm
do.
just saying.
That's
Everybody
what we
pick.
do.
Who y'all got, y'all? Who
I
y'all
got Seattle.
Seattle.
I got Seattle.
Los
Seattle.
Angeles.
Los Angeles. I got Seattle. Sunday, 1:00 games. Buffalo at Tennessee. Buffalo 3-1. Tennessee 2-2.
I'm gonna take Buffalo and Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I like Tennessee.
Tennessee at home on
I like
this.
Well, I
Tennessee.
can't
I
say
think
it.
Josh
They never
Allen's
win.
I'm
still
just
out.
complaining. I
I
can't
think
say
I
it.
think the quarterback's still out for the Buffalo, so I'm taking Tennessee.
Yeah, they
I wonder
back
why
up
he
is
out.
who is they back up?
He was trying to get extra yards.
Uh,
He wanted to play running back instead of quarterback.
Something time never do.
Next
Ryan, I don't
game.
even know, Ryan.
That's
I
right.
don't
You
know.
don't know?
That's
No,
why
I don't
Tom
know.
active.
I'm taking Tennessee, man.
Yeah, me too.
Tom
Next
active
game
this
we
week
got
for a reason.
Atlanta at 1-3 at Houston 2-2.
Houston. I'm going Houston. I'm going
Yeah,
Houston.
it's kind of
Atlanta.
hard to pick Atlanta in anything
Atlanta,
right
the
now.
bottom done fell out.
I had Julio
What's-
last week, and like I said, I ain't seen Julio on TV one time.
I'm taking Houston.
I don't even
Yeah.
know if Julio got a first down, man. If he got that,
The coaches on the
it
hot
have to be
seat.
the coaches.
Oh,
It have to be the coaches.
man, this
they,
man
they,
too
they
good.
have way too much talent in Atlanta to be 1-3
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
they
Oh,
was
yeah.
talking about him at the beginning of the year like they was gonna be a hot team.
I mean, from Super Bowl to nothing.
That's the coaches.
Oh man,
Next game we got 2-2 Baltimore at 1-3 Pittsburgh.
I ain't gotta say it.
Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
I ain't
I'm
gotta
gonna
say it.
take Baltimore in this one.
I'm taking,
taking
I'm
Baltimore.
taking Baltimore.
Yeah,
First unanimous, baby.
I'm going with the other second year quarterback.
I think Baltimore's going to be mad after they lost last week, and they're going to take it out on
Oh
Pittsburgh.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't think Ingram not gonna have less than 100 yards. I'm saying that he had less than 100. That's not happening this
Hell,
time.
Lamar might have 100.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
Rushing and whatnot.
Really though.
Okay, next game, we got the 4-0 New England Patriots at the 0-4 Washington Redskins.
Them boys schedule
Ooh,
just.
that's gonna be a tough
I got the
one
Pats,
right there.
baby.
Ooh.
Pats.
Give me the Pats.
What's the point spread? Like 30 something? It's probably the highest point spread in the NFL.
They don't know if they want to put Haskins in.
Haskins.
The coaches on
Well,
the
look
hot
at me.
seat.
Well, let's say I hope
Well,
they play.
I might take Washington with the points, depending on how many points it is.
But what about the
There's gonna
win-loss
be a lot of
column?
points.
What about the win-loss column?
The Pats.
Easily.
Next game, we got Arizona 0-3-1 at Cincinnati 0-4. Somebody's going to get their first win.
Oh, another toilet bowl?
Man.
The Bengals been in 2 toilet bowls in 2 weeks.
I'm taking the Bengals at home.
I don't know.
I've seen the Bengals. They don't look good.
And then John Ross just
all.
got hurt. That's another
Yeah, John
injury.
Ross
John
is
Ross hurt.
I'm taking Cardinals.
I'm going with the Bengals.
I'm going to go for Kyler Murray to get his
Get
first
you
win.
one, Kyler. You got to
I'ma
get you
say-
one.
I
And
think
Cincinnati
Kyler will
would
get
be
his
a
first.
prime spot for him to go ahead and get one.
It's in Cincinnati. I'm gonna go Bengals.
You going Bengals?
Yeah, I'm going Bengals.
All right, next game. We got the 2-2 Jacksonville Jaguars with Minshew at quarterback and Fournette in the backfield going up against the 2-2 Carolina Panthers.
Out
That's gonna be a good game.
Net.
That's gonna be a
Last
good
week,
game.
Fournette, man.
I had him in fantasy. He
my
climbed.
God.
He climbed.
He literally won my fantasy game by himself.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
definitely won 'cause of
rolling
him.
with Fournette again. I think he got some ground right now.
I'm taking
so,
Jacksonville.
Yeah, let's go Fournette.
And the Panthers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
I like
the Panthers at home.
I like the Panthers at home.
I'm going
going
Panthers
Jags,
at
baby.
home.
That could be a pick 'em. It's going to be a good game, I believe, with
I'm going
Minshew
Jags.
and
I want
quarterback
Fournette to
Carolina.
rush for 200 yards again, but Panthers at home.
Tampa
yeah, I'll
Bay
take that too.
2-2 at the 3-1 New Orleans Saints.
At the what?
3-1 New Orleans
The
Saints.
what?
Pick Reg. Come on, man. Pick bro. What's up, man?
You gonna have
you
to
gotta
ask me
ask
to
us
pick man.
Tampa Bay. Nah.
Out of hate, I guess.
Can-
Damn right.
Can you,
That's my only reasoning.
It's at home.
can you make an
Goddamn.
objective decision?
Objectively,
I like the Bucks.
Tampa Bay put up 55 on the Rams. Objectively, like, they can score.
You coming to the dome?
And,
Man,
and
the
even
Bucks
though y'all
going-
beat us, y'all didn't put up no points.
Man,
you coming
the
to the
Bucks
dome.
go into New
Okay,
Orleans
you got
every
Mike
year and win.
Evans, you got Godwin,
You
you
coming
got
to the dome? Yeah, y'all had Amari Cooper and Jason.
Yeah, but this
Witten
Tampa
and
Bay, and they just put up
Ezekiel
55 on the
Elliott.
rim. I'm
Y'all
taking
had all
Tampa Bay.
kind of people.
I'm taking Tampa Bay.
You taking Tampa
They
Bay?
go into New Orleans and win every year.
Let's bet. Put your money where your mouth is.
Reggie F. Only him.
Put your
today.
money where your mouth
Next
is.
game,
say
we
he
got
on
the New
one.
York
Oh, he
Jets
is.
0-3 New York Jets at the 2-2 Philadelphia Eagles.
You gotta go
I like
Eagles,
the
man. You
Eagles.
gotta go Eagles.
Yeah, I'm taking
man.
Eagles.
Yeah.
I think they might have Darnold back for this one, but I don't think it matters.
I don't think this week.
Le'Veon Bell for 150.
Win.
Eagles gonna win.
Oh, he's not running for 100. He barely gonna crack 100 yards.
You gonna
man.
get 150,
oh,
baby.
No.
Let's
Oh,
get it.
no.
Let's
Next
get it.
game we got Minnesota at 2-2 at the New York Giants 2-2.
I'm gonna go with the.
I'm taking Giants, man.
I'm going
I'm
Vikings,
Danny
man.
Dimes.
Yeah.
Danny Dimes.
Kirk Cousins, they about to
Golden
revolt.
Tate come back
It's
this
about to
week,
be a
too.
mutiny in Minnesota.
I'm going Danny Dimes.
Golden
I'm
Tate
going
come
with
back.
the Giants.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants too. And then Saquon gonna be back in a couple of weeks. But for this game specifically or whatnot,
Saquon got some time.
Yeah, this,
I got
this
Vikings.
don't have nothing to do with Saquon.
but just to say. Next game we got Chicago 3-1 at 2-2 Oakland. That Khalil Mack returned to the Bay.
Oh,
Let's go Bears.
Yeah, I mean,
let's go Oakland.
Even with Chase Daniels.
I'm taking Oakland.
yeah.
I'm taking Chicago.
Nah. Oh,
I'm taking
yeah,
Chicago.
no Trubisky.
I'm taking Oakland.
No
Chase Daniels.
Trubisky.
They say Chase Daniels running the offense better than Trubisky.
Yeah, Chase Daniels.
Well,
is-
Chase
They,
Daniels,
the
that's,
offensive
he's a competent
coordinator said
backup.
he really more fit.
I got
he's
Raiders right
actually
here.
a veteran.
I got Raiders right here, so I'm gonna stick with my pick. I got the Raiders.
Okay.
He's actually a veteran.
0-4 Denver at 2-2 Chargers.
Evening games, right? First, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Denver and
Evening
Chargers?
games.
Yep.
Chargers.
We're gonna go Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we taking
Why
Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah, Chargers. I ain't taking Denver none this year.
As long as Flacco started, like you say.
Flacco.
Long as
Flacco.
you
You
say.
don't
Is
know
Flacco
Flacco.
playing? We say no. But
You
let's
don't
go
want
with
to
the
go
other
to
team.
Flacco.
I can't do it.
3-1 Green Bay at 3-1 Dallas.
I told you my
3-1 Green Bay.
Yeah, we already know we already know the picks. I'm Dallas. All the rest of y'all are not. Can we move on?
I'm going Green Bay.
Well, we already know this.
Fred
Jimmy
like to
Graham.
pick the Cowboys.
Jimmy Graham.
Don't do that.
What's
to
your
me
pick?
Like that. Don't do
Green
me
Bay?
Like that.
You going Green Bay?
I'm picking the
All
Packers.
right, let's move
Don't
on.
do- I did that. Hey, my picks was right when I picked them. Right.
Who you took?
Hey, look, I'm done. I'm done.
Who you pick?
The Packers, man.
Oh, all right.
yeah.
Indiana 2-2 against Kansas City 4-0.
Indiana.
Oh, Kansas
And that's the
City.
night game on
Indiana.
Sunday night.
City.
Indiana got a team.
Indianapolis.
I'm about to say.
Oh,
That's the city
That
in
boy say
Indiana.
Indiana Colts.
Y'all do know Indiana is the state in Indiana.
That's
Yeah, but it's
right?
Indianapolis.
Okay,
You
y'all
call the
know
Saints the
geography.
Louisiana Saints?
Y'all
Y'all the
know
Texas
geography.
Cowboys? Are y'all the
Y'all don't
Texas
know
Cowboys?
geography.
Are y'all the Texas Cowboys?
Can we pick the game?
All right.
Actually, y'all not
Can
even.
we pick the
Y'all
game?
not even the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all the
Can
Arlington.
we pick the game, y'all?
Y'all the
What's
Arlington
the game?
Cowboys.
We almost at 30.
Chiefs,
So
man. Chiefs.
Thank you, Chiefs.
Come on, man.
I'm
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, man.
Arlington Cowboys.
Monday night game. We got the 2-2 Cleveland Browns at the 3-0 San Francisco 49ers.
I like the 49ers.
I'm going Niners to
We're
stay
gonna take
undefeated.
them 40.
Niners at home.
We're gonna take them Browns, baby.
Who you taking?
Browns,
Yeah,
baby.
you got to start picking the Browns from here on out for y'all to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna let you let
That's
that
where
one
we
go.
at right there.
Yeah, I'm taking
baby.
Browns. I'm taking Browns on that one.
That's your
Brown,
football
baby.
right there for the week.
Well, hold on. Before we get out of it real quick, just to show the people
League
real
leaders.
quick, this is our leaders, Keenan Allen,
Cartoon
Cooper Kupp,
NFL.
Godwin,
on,
you got
hold on,
Adams,
Ryan,
and you
Ryan.
got Kelsey.
Hold up. Can you get the watermark
Yeah,
off?
I'm going to get
so
the
they can
watermark
see?
off. I got you.
This is our NFL cartoon statistics.
And we just
for the
going to go
week.
through these
Cartoon
real quick because we got to
statistics,
get out of here on this. So that is your receiving leaders right there. And the next one that we got, we're going to have the rushing leaders.
Devontae Adams.
You got McCaffrey, you got Cook, you got Fournette, you got Chubb, and you got Mack. So that is your top 5 rushing leaders. And in passing,
What's Zeke?
he ain't up there this week.
He didn't eat
Not
this
after
week,
that.
huh?
Not after that week.
Passing, you got Mahomes, you got Matt Ryan, you got Jared Goff, you got Rivers, and you got Winston with that performance
Matt
that
Ryan
he
is
had.
second.
Yep, he's second. Even though they trash, they second.
What's going
And
on?
the sacks leaders right now, because people were talking about we don't never get the defense no love. So this is the top 6 for your sacks leaders. Shaquille Barrett, he's at 9 sacks already,
That boy
only
get
4
one every
games.
game. Yo, yeah.
Miles Garrett.
Man, that's who we got to play.
Yep. Mario
man.
Addison, Whitney Merciless,
That's
Clay
one player.
Matthews, and Khalil Mack. So
Mack,
there we go, and
represent.
that is your NFL, fellas.
That's
Where we
one
going
player.
next, man?
Shut up. We're going to do a little baseball, man. It's
We're gonna do a
baseball.
little baseball.
Playoffs,
time.
baby.
Playoff time.
It's a
for
game
the
about to tip
baseball,
off
baby.
right now, ain't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
sure
sir.
is.
we got
Yes,
a game.
sir.
They
We got the American League wild card game going on right now.
well, they had that big National League. Y'all watch any of it last night?
Yes, I did.
I know we did the conference call, and while I was checking it out, it really got interested late in the game. I don't know if anybody was watching it early,
Well,
but
it was 3-1 early.
3-1, and I'm gonna tell you how it got there. Yasiel Grandal for the Brewers. He's a catcher. He hit a 2-run shot with Grisham on base. That made it 2-0 after the first inning. Eric Thames, the first baseman for the Brewers, he hit a 1-run shot in the second inning, putting them up 3-0. And Tree Turner, the shortstop for the Nationals, hit a solo blast in the third, and that made it 3-1. Max Scherzer gave up them 3 runs in the first 2 innings. He held tight till about the 5th inning.
Yeah.
And they came in with Strasburg out the bullpen. Strasburg blanked the Brewers for 3 more innings from the 6th to the 8th. And the bottom of the 8th inning is what everybody
bottom
talking
of the
about.
That's
8th.
where it happened at.
That's what
2
everybody.
outs.
So that's how everybody got there. So I know everybody saw it on ESPN.
2 outs.
Oh, yeah.
But that's usually how it happened with 2 outs, man.
Bottom of
Believe
the
it or
8,
not, in
2
baseball,
outs in the era.
Right when you
2
think you
outs
got it.
is when the game is always given up most of the time.
Right
when- right
I
when
would
you
say
think you got it.
75% of the time.
Yep.
With 2 outs, but I mean, that's when that clutch gene kick in.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody we played sports and that clutch gene kick in. I mean, it'll take over.
Yeah, that's a sickening feeling to know that when you started the 8th inning, you had 1 more inning to go.
Well, I tell you
And
what,
you was almost out of
they
there.
got the Nationals got Stevenson on base. For everybody that didn't see it, they got Stevenson on the base. They put a pitcher hitter in for the pitcher for Strasburg, and Taylor got on base, and Rendon got on base, and when Juan Soto come up there, 2-3 pitches into the bat at bat, and he ripped one in the right field. And I mean, everybody knew it was gonna score at least 2 runs.
Right.
Yeah.
The rookie right fielder
Trent.
Grisham. He
Replacement.
come in charging, trying to scoop and throw in the home plate,
Committed the error.
and he ball went under the glove.
And he let 3 runs score.
3 runs scored
Instead of 1 or 2.
Gave up the lead from 3-1 to 4-3. Nationals going to the 9th inning. Soto actually got threw out. He rounded second base.
Yeah.
And he got threw out in a rundown.
He didn't care.
He did what he had to do
He
by
didn't
getting
care.
the lead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bunch of talk with the youngster that was in right field. And for everybody that watched the podcast, he was actually in right field because of Christian Yelich being out.
Yeah.
Christian Yelich, that's actually what he is. usually stationed.
That's crazy how that go, man.
And the
That's
pitcher,
crazy how that go.
actually,
Playoffs.
the pitcher actually said that it wasn't Trent's fault. He said it was actually my fault. He said because I shouldn't have walked those batters and it wouldn't have never got to that in the first place.
Well, that's what
so
he's
it was a
supposed to say.
combination.
Yeah,
But it's a
That's what he's supposed
combination
to
of
say
things.
when you got a young player and
He on the big
Save
screen.
Save his feelings for now.
But I think he was just caught up in a moment, and because he just clearly took his eyes off the ball.
I will say this: on the road in a hostile environment like that, charging that ball to make that throw in the home to save that second run really would have been it's really the right play. He just didn't feel the ball.
I would have rather him got in front of it.
If they was at home and you want to go to extra innings and try your luck the next inning, you field it clean and come in and make sure you save that third run. But I really didn't have too much of a problem with him charging it. But it's the playoffs, and you got to be dialed in. Yeah. He was ready to make the throw before he made the scoop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just took his eyes
that's
off
not
of
good
it.
in anything right there.
And it missed his glove.
So now it's gonna be the Nationals and the Dodgers now.
So that's what I was really hoping for. Baby. I was hoping for Nationals Dodgers
Come
anyway.
see me.
I looked at the head-to-head on the regular season, and the Dodgers got the notch 4-3 Dodgers in the regular season. So they met up 7 times during the regular season. Nationals and the Dodgers. 4-3 Dodgers.
Yes, sir.
We're just letting the public see the bracket right there.
A little preview.
You can knock off the Brewers right there. It's going to be the Nationals and the Dodgers.
Well, let me do this while you got that up there, Ryan.
Okay.
We know it's Nationals Dodgers, regular season head-to-heads, 4-3 Dodgers. At the top of the bracket up there where they got top right of the bracket is Braves and St. Louis playing. And the head-to-head for Braves and St. Louis is 4-2 Braves in the regular season. Top left of the bracket, Yankees Twins. You're looking at 4-2 Yankees.
I'm very, very excited about that because the Twins could knock the New York Yankees off.
Well, they ready to slay the dragon.
Listen to what I'm telling you.
But
Twins
they match up with the regular season matchup was 4-2 Yankees, and in that bottom left, I'll tell you this: the game that tipped off, and the Rays hit a home run. A leadoff home run to start the wild card game. So
the Rays, I heard good.
The Athletics of the A's, Oakland A's are down right now.
I would rather play the Rays than the Athletics, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, the Athletics is the Astros division rival, so they are in the West. So you play them a lot. And I tell you this, on the Astros and A's head to head, it's 11-8 Astros because they're in the same division, and the Rays Astros head to head is 4-3 Rays. So
it'll be a tougher game with the
Rays. And the Rays up right now. So that's what's going on with that. We've been talking the award winners all season, and the final stats are in. National League MVP, I'm going to give you my picks, and I've been looking at a bunch of analysts. National League MVP, Cody Bellinger.
Yes, sir. LA Dodgers.
He batting .305, 47 home runs.
LA Dodgers.
115 RBIs, 406 on base.
Go Dodgers.
American League MVP, Mike Trout. Trout was out. Y'all know we talk about it every week, but his final stats come in at batting .291, 45 home runs, 104 RBIs. On base percentage led the league at .438.
The machine
didn't even finish the season.
Rookies of the year.
Ain't gonna be the man.
National League Pete Alonso.
Mr. Alonso.
He led the league in home runs this year
Mr.
at 53.
Alonso,
the home run king. I found a graphic. Home run king. 53
home runs.
Yeah,
he led the major leagues as a rookie.
He set
rookie,
a brand new rookie record.
His batting average, he hit for a lot of power, so his batting average ain't with the best of them, but he batted 260, 53 home runs, 120 RBI.
Wow. He's going to get a nice
check. And
Yordan
Alvarez going to be your American League MVP.
Yordan Alvarez.
I'm going to give you a little backup on Yordan. The reason why his stats ain't as impressive as Alonso, and he's about just as good as player, he missed about the first third of the season.
Oh, that's a lot in baseball.
He had about, just to let you know, he had about 313 at-bats. Pete Alonso had 597, right at 600. So he had about the half amount of bats that Pete Alonso, but his stats was 313, 27 home runs, 78 RBIs, and that's impressive for the amount of bats.
That's very impressive.
Cy Young winners. It's gonna come down to Jacob DeGrom and Ryu. I think all the analysts say DeGrom gonna get the nod. 11-8, batting .243, which is second in the league in ERA. And number one in the National League with strikeouts at .255. So he probably going to get the nod over Ryu. And Cole and Verlander, still your American League Cy Young That's who running the race right there.
Matter of fact, Garrett Cole was the strikeout king.
He was with 326. Verlander came in at 300. I'll let y'all do the debate. Verlander came in at 300 even. Cole had 326. The ERA was 2.50 to 2.58. Cole was 20-5. Verlander was 21-6. And Verlander got a no hitter under his belt.
I think that might give him.
So
a nod.
that's probably what everybody
give
gonna
him
give him that
nod.
no hitter. It's so I mean, the stats so compatible.
It is.
I mean, it's just one more win, a couple more strikeouts. But coaches of the year, I think we're gonna have the coach for the Twins, Rocco Baldelli.
Okay.
He went. What the thing?
Agree with you on it.
Well, I mean, he go by Rocco, but last year the Twins were 78-48. I mean, 78-84. This year they're 101-61.
Cool.
It was 4 teams that finished the league in over 100 wins, and the Twins was one of them. And I think St. Louis Cardinals gonna get the nod. They coach Mike Schilt. He gonna get the nod on the coach of the year in the National League. So
all right, when that's baseball.
That's everything they got in baseball right there for you.
So
it's baseball, baby.
It's October baseball,
Let's
y'all.
go
So
Dodgers,
we into
baby.
it
Let's
now.
go Dodgers.
Right now, A's and the Rays going on. That's going to determine who's playing the Astros and the playoff series. They 5-game series that's going to be played starting tomorrow. Once you get to that, the ALCS. It's the ALDS right here. Mm-hmm. And once you get to the ALCS, it's 7-game series.
So y'all keep up with it. This the time of year where it matters.
Yep.
This where it matters.
I'm not a big baseball fan, but I'm gonna pick Houston. I'm gonna run with Houston.
You gonna roll with Houston?
A lot of people been running with Houston.
Not a bad pick. You in Vegas and everybody else going with Houston.
Oh, well, let's go. Me
so
and
you
everybody
ain't going
else.
for a dark horse or nothing like that.
All right, good.
Just so you know.
I'm good.
Let's get into college
fit in
football
nice and
real quick,
smooth.
fellas, because let me see. LSU didn't play this weekend, so we just gonna kind of glide over. I know we got the Florida fan real. He wants to say something.
Let's go,
He got
baby.
a
Friday
game he need to
night, we
pay
had
attention
Penn
to.
State over Maryland. We had Cal over Arizona State. Oklahoma just continues to just
Play nobody.
tear up everybody and just handling their business, and they're doing their thing. Hearns still Heisman Trophy candidate.
Who?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Hearns.
That boy said Hearns.
Well, help me out. Y'all just on your phones. Help me out.
Good.
No, man.
Allen
Wisconsin
Hearns.
over Northwestern, Iowa over Middle Tennessee. You got Michigan over Rutgers, Texas A&M over Arkansas. Clemson should have lost.
Give me the numbers.
To
Carolina. Give me the ranks
Clemson
on the
shoulda
players,
lost.
man.
Yeah, give
me
me
the ranks
some
on the
ranks.
players. The ranked players.
The rank, okay, because I'm trying to move it along here.
Yeah, you good.
The number 8 Wisconsin.
There you go.
They over Northwestern. 14 Iowa over Middle Tennessee. 28 Michigan over Rutgers. 23 Texas A&M over Arkansas. Number 1 Clemson should have lost,
Yeah.
but
Shoulda, man.
bad
They shoulda lost.
play calling at the end, but they won anyway. Number 2 Alabama over Ole Miss. And then you got number 10 Notre Dame beating number 18 Virginia, number 17 Washington over number 21 USC, number 25 Michigan State over Indiana, number 9 Florida over Towson. I'm gonna give you a second to get to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
number
you.
7 Auburn over Mississippi State, number 22 UCF over UConn, and just the last little bit of the college scores. Right here you got. Let me see. You got number 24, Kansas State over Oklahoma State. Number 5, Ohio State over Nebraska. Number 19, Utah over Washington State.
I was just going to touch on Notre Dame getting that big win over Virginia. That jumped them over my Gators, and that pushed my Gators back to the 10th spot.
You don't like
and
that.
they put Notre Dame at 9. I think it was a bunch of bull.
LSU dropped down to 5, I think.
But on the my Gators, Kyle
Yeah,
Trask.
I want to know how we got fired on our day off.
Kyle Trask.
Yeah, for real.
They usually do that
18
to LSU. So
From
That's
5
the
to
AP
4.
top 10 just that everybody see right there.
What you got on the top 10? Run it down.
Alabama number 1, Clemson number 2, Georgia number 3, Ohio State number 4, LSU number 5.
Go
right
Tigers.
on their day off. Oklahoma number 6, Auburn number 7, number 8 Wisconsin, 9 is Notre Dame, and 10 is the Gators.
We got fired on our day off.
We better than Notre Dame and Wisconsin.
Well, hey, y'all
So, and
y'all
I'm-
gonna prove it this week.
Well, I tell you what, Kyle Trask, we played that Townsend team. I didn't know Tom Flacco, the quarterback. He's senior quarterback. That's Joe Flacco, little brother.
I know you don't like him.
Oh.
I know
Defense
you
came
don't
out
like
there
him.
and dominated.
It's in the bloodline.
Defense came out there and dominated. Flacco finished with like 157 yards, 2 picks, no touchdowns, and 2 fumbles he had.
Oh my God.
So
put it
defense
on
got
him.
all over him. But
Yeah,
Kyle
they did.
Trask, the red shirt junior, 18 for 20, 188 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and a 38-0 win over Towson. And we got the game day crew in Gainesville with the game of the week. The number 10 Florida Gators versus hosting the number 7 Auburn Tigers at 2:30 CBS. Check us out.
What's up?
Go Gators.
Oh, all right.
Go Gators.
Go Gators.
And real quick, let's show a little love to UL.
Let's see.
UL's been on a tear. They're 4-1 right now.
Yeah, they have been.
Shout out to you, Raging
3 in a row?
Cajuns,
What,
baby.
37-24 over Georgia
should be 3 in a
Southern.
row.
The quarterback Levi Lewis, 11 for 18, 165 yards and a
Levi.
touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, 81 yards, 2 tugs.
Yes,
And
sir.
Trey Regis, 131, 2 tugs. It was just a running domination
That's
over
what they do, man. That's what
Georgia
they
Southern.
do, man.
So shout out, man. They 4-1, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
They
it's 3
beat
in a row.
Georgia Southern pretty good too.
Yeah.
And also
They got
on-
a lot of talent out there.
Also on the college football, I wanted to touch on the Senator Bill 206 that I spoke about with Nancy Skinner for the NCAA college athletes to get paid. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a Fair Pay to Play Act, will allow the college athletes to be paid for the use of their likeness, image, and their name. Now, the NCAA is likely to put up hurdles. As a matter of fact, they've been calling the governor, asking him not to sign a bill.
He already signed it.
Oh, yeah. And
Well,
guess who was there with him,
he
too?
signed it, but they was calling him and asking him not to sign it because they're saying that he would destroy college sports and the sanctity of amateurism. And the governor said not once did they even ask about the needs for the kids.
Yeah, what about the kids?
Well, Florida, they proposed the Pay for Play Act.
That's what it's about in the first
what,
place, though.
this
That's what
happened
it's
the
about
other
in
day.
the first place. That should be all it's about.
Yeah.
Well,
What about the kids
the-
that's working so hard, coming from nothing to go to school? You know what I'm saying?
and making the colleges money, millions,
Yeah.
making the millions of dollars.
And then I heard the specifics on the law itself. It's not to where the school is going to pay them, but the students can go out and go get paid for their likeness,
you can
for
accept,
their image.
You can
Yeah.
accept stuff now.
Yeah,
go
they
do
could sign
commercials.
endorsements.
Yeah, you can go make money on your own, so it's not
Yeah.
necessarily the school paying you, but
No.
you can't restrict the students from going make
Exactly.
money.
Oh, okay.
That's the bill.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Yeah,
the
it's
bill,
not
the
like
bill
a-
206, it prohibits the NCAA from barring a university from competition if the athletes are compensated for their use of their
Exactly.
name, image,
Okay.
or likeness.
Name, image, and
Like you
likeness.
said, okay.
Let them
so-
boys be able to go ahead and
Exactly. I wanna
capitalize off
Let me
themselves.
go sign some jerseys or something.
But it's a lot going on. It's a lot to it. This not even gonna be starting until January 1st,
Yeah, it'll be-
2023. There's gonna be a lot of lawsuits and fines, and
Yeah, they got
The
a long way to
NCAA
go.
gonna fight it, or
Yeah.
they gonna try to fight it.
Yeah.
They not gonna win. They just
they got
not
a long
gonna
way to
win,
go
man.
with it.
No, they're not. It's too many colleges
They're
and,
not.
and it's too many athletes that should be getting paid.
And now you're starting to get the legislatures into it. You're starting to get the states and the governors into it. And when that start to happen, NCAA, you can hang it
Because
up.
with football, man, you got a long draft. You got to think about
It's
this. You
not
got
ju-
players come from all kind of schools.
And
So
it's-
why they in school? I mean, some of the schools not that big.
It's not just football.
You
It's
know?
all the sports.
I know, that's
Water
what I'm saying.
polo,
Yeah.
soccer, hockey, whatever it is.
And that
that-
actually works
that's-
better now because you don't have to worry about being with the football program. You could be a swimmer, be popular, maybe going to the Olympics,
Exactly.
and actually go
Yeah.
out and go make
Yeah.
some money
Yeah.
off your life.
Yeah.
And
Like
what
Red said, I
about
mean-
if you don't make it to the NFL? Because that's very difficult. What if you don't make it, but you still made a good bit of money in 2
Yeah, to
years?
invest in
now you
something
could
else that you
graduate
want,
from
you know?
college and go do something with
Yeah.
yourself instead of being broken on
Exactly.
on the
Yeah.
college all kind of money.
So I'm all
Well,
for it.
Me
I'm
too.
all for
Well,
it.
not for the scholarship
we
guys,
pro
but
bill.
Yeah, but I
the
mean,
other students.
some people go to school for business. Y'all can get out of school with enough money to invest into your business for for
Exactly.
being a student athlete. So
Exactly.
that's a win-win, man. You can't go against that.
Yeah.
Between that and the
can't.
college playoff, I've been for all of that stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, let's check it out, y'all. We had a big fight over the weekend. We had previewed this thing 3 weeks before that fight
2
had
weeks.
actually
2
came.
weeks.
Two
weeks.
weeks.
You know,
Two
we
weeks.
did it the
2
week
weeks.
before, and then we didn't talk about it the next week, and then the fight actually went down this past
Right.
weekend. We got Spence Porter.
Spence
What's y'all
Jr.
take on it, man?
Mr.
Spence
Furr,
Jr.
you watch it?
I watched it.
Errol,
I didn't
yeah, I
watch it.
watched it.
I watched it. I'm not
Yeah, I watched
I'm
it.
not a boxing
watched it?
fan at all, but that was a great fight.
was a
Like
good fight?
that's a fight to talk about. That's something to tell somebody, man. You ain't seen that fight? Well, go watch it. You know that was that type of
Errol
fight, man.
Spence.
Yeah,
I'm going-
they went at it,
From
man.
the-
And Errol Spence Jr. He's with his weight class, he fight like a heavyweight. You know, he doesn't dance around the ring and do all of this other stuff. He just leans on you and he keeps coming forward. I don't care if you punch him 10 times in the face.
Well, I got one
he's gonna
question.
keep coming forward.
I got a quick question. Is he ready for Crawford?
That's what I want to see.
I said
wanna
what I had to
that.
say.
Crawford
I
is a
don't,
grown man.
I don't know.
Porter was kind of getting to Spence at first a little bit.
Oh, if
Reggie
it would,
F. How
if
you
it wouldn't,
feel
It would have been a
11
draw had Spence knocked him down.
11
That's what I
round
heard.
knockdown.
It would have been a
came-
draw.
Yeah,
It would have been a
That's
draw.
what I heard.
Yeah.
And then you got to remember, Spence he's still up and coming. You know, Sean.
No, he ain't up and
Sean-
coming. This is like 30 fights. How long
Sean-
you gonna be up and coming
No,
for?
I'm talking about in the main fights. I'm talking about main.
Y'all
fights.
fuss about
how
it. The
you
people
fucked
love
up?
it when y'all
Sean-
fuss.
Sean-
They love it. Y'all go ahead.
Sean Porter been fighting main fights. I'm talking about he just getting in the mix like that. So this fight that he
Undefeated.
he
He should be
won,
ready now.
you the main one say they be 30-0 and who they fight. Who
Exactly.
They fought.
So what you want to fight some more for and not fight Crawford?
No.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I didn't say he need to fight some more. I didn't say nothing about
You
that.
say he up and coming. He fought 30
I
fights.
said that for the fight that he had, it was a pretty good fight for somebody who never fought a lot of main cards.
Well-
Don't you understand that?
Oh my God. You said he up and coming. I'm just trying to figure out how you 30 fights in and
I
up and
didn't
coming.
say up and coming.
Okay.
Boy, y'all
Well, I
can
mean,
get
You
six
said
for
you didn't
this
say
one,
up and
boy.
coming, ball. When people gonna rewind this clip and
You
Lord
missing
have
the
mercy.
point.
No,
I'm
you're
talking
missing
about
what you're
up
saying.
and coming
young
for the
fighter.
main fights, the
Okay.
main cards.
Nah, he ain't up and coming. That's what he doing. And
I
what
wanna
he
see-
This probably maybe his second or third fight where he was the main guy.
Yeah, well, I know he. I heard he big time, and I want to see him fight Crawford.
I heard he big time too, so I don't know up and coming where it is coming from.
I want to see Crawford.
Well,
and
like,
Spence.
well,
Like I
you
said,
don't
that'll be a
even
fight.
you
That'll
said
be a
it right
fight.
though.
I'll
You don't
definitely
even
be
watch
watching.
boxing. You
don't.
don't even watch boxing, so you wouldn't know.
I don't.
What
UFC,
they-
what's
what they
coming
got
up in
on
the
the
UFC,
UFC,
y'all?
This weekend, man, October 5th at the Marvel Stadium in Australia.
Let's go.
We have
Adesanya.
UFC 243. The headline is Robert Whitaker and Israel Adesanya. And I'm going with Adesanya on that. They have a lot of good fights on that card. They also have Holly
It's
Holmes.
canceled. I think that
They
fight
went
is
ahead and
canceled.
canceled?
Yeah, I think our fight is canceled.
I wasn't sure
I was
if they
looking
went
into
ahead
it,
and
too.
did
Yeah,
it.
they canceled it.
Okay, well then then she's off the card.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that too.
We have Al and Dan Hooker. That's gonna be a good fight right there.
Yeah.
We have Luke and Diego Lima, however you want to say it. So y'all pay attention. Stay tuned this weekend. This is a good card right here. And like I said, as far as Israel, I'm going with him over Robert Whitaker. Who you taking for?
You gotta go Israel, man. He, young talent. That dude is.
I saw him advertising it on
That
ESPN.
dude is nice.
He's 17-0.
He
That
is?
dude is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I was
Yeah,
wondering about
and
that.
he uses the hands, the legs,
Everything nice, long.
Stand up,
He a good
on
long,
the ground.
he
Oh yeah.
everything.
it'll be.
Everything. And Robert Whitaker is 20-4.
Robert Whitaker is good though.
So he
Yeah.
like
It's
he
not.
like-
It
he
won't
like
be.
a McGregor.
No.
No,
It won't
you
be
know,
no
like a-
pushover.
He kind of remind me of John Jones a little bit.
It won't be.
The way he fight.
It won't be a pushover, man. Robert Whitaker is the champion. I
Yeah.
mean, Adesanya going to take his belt, so we can't take nothing from him. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
it'll be. I'm going for Adesanya, man.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
Gotta
They
go
have
get
And that's
the,
this weekend.
The young
this
talent,
weekend. They
October
got
5th.
the early prelims, the preliminary card, and then the main card. So
Didn't I see something about DC talking about taking one more fight? Huh?
yeah, he's gonna take one more
accept
fight, and he's
fight.
gonna
Done after that,
retire.
huh?
He's gonna retire and just work on
I
being a
haven't
sports
heard anything
analyst.
of the opponent yet. I
I'm
don't know
not
if
sure.
anything
I
came
didn't
out
either,
yet.
me neither.
I'm not
But,
sure of the opponent.
We all want to see the Stipe.
I think
or-
he said he wanted the. Yeah, I think that's the fight
Y'all
that he
want the
wanted.
Stipe
You want
trilogy?
the
Yeah.
Stipe?
Might as
Yeah,
well
I guess,
finish
I
it
guess.
off.
Might as well and go to bed.
I mean, we was beating him anyway. We was beating him anyway for 3 rounds. We might as well.
Well, I tell you what, man.
Dirty boxing.
High school football.
Let me go touch on a little bit of this high school football. I just got a
Yeah.
quick rundown of what all went on last week. We touched on some upcoming games and some local stuff. Show a little love around Acadiana. Game of the week last week was Notre Dame and Turlins. Notre Dame took it over Turlins 42-31.
Whoa.
And number 41, CJ Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
35 carries for 304 yards.
Wowzers.
35 carries.
Yep.
Wowzers.
The whole team for Notre Dame, the whole team was 57 carries for 427
Did anybody
yards.
else touch the ball?
Well, they had 50 carries for 427 yards, so it was another 123 yards unaccounted for. So that's what's going on in the game of the week. Notre Dame got a big win.
Cool.
They got a big win before that against over Como. So Notre
Yeah.
Dame moved to 4-0.
You don't wanna hear that.
Acadiana
Yeah.
big over Sulphur 70-14.
Whoa.
Acadiana scored
That
50
veer.
points. 50 points in the first half.
Put you to sleep.
You got it
Put you
right.
to sleep.
That Veer, man. Monette and
Put you to
Zeno
sleep.
scored 2 touchdowns, and that Dylan Brooks scored 1 touchdown. So That got the veer written all
If it
over
ain't broke, don't fix it.
Bro,
Just like
Bridge.
Novocaine, boy.
Bro Bridge 28-15 over Eunice.
Yes, sir.
Karen Crow.
Let's go, Bro Bridge.
Karen Crow 71-32 over Washington Marion.
No defense.
Number 7, Kendrell Williams, 141 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Whoa.
For the Bears. Go
That's
Bears.
nice.
Barb 41-27 over Southside. Southside taking their first loss last week over a 5A opponent. Barb 34-13 Church Point over Opelousas. Como 41-33 over Lafayette High.
Como been climbing, boy.
Crowley over Northwest. Big 34-0. LCA 44-7 over St. Helena with a bounce back win after losing at Acadiana.
Right.
Jennings 56-35 over Cecilia. St. Martinville 28-0 over Northside. And another big game they had in Acadiana from somebody out of town. STM took a big win over 4A opponent Neville 35-6. So the STM team is really good. Some upcoming games to look for this week. Acadiana at Southside. Sam Houston at Como.
Yeah, shout out to Cleveland Harris Jr., man. Trey.
That's it.
Let's
Trey.
get it. And Eddie Flugins, man. Eddie Flugins.
KATC did an interview with Trey. I don't know if you watch it.
No, I didn't get a chance to see
you want
it.
to check that
Shout out
I
to
watched it
Trey,
this morning.
man.
Sulphur.
Let's get that dub.
Sulphur at Lafayette High. Nish at Barb. Catholic Baton Rouge at STM. That's a good one. Turlins at Bro Bridge.
All right. Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
Karen Crow at St.
That's a good
Martinville. Karen Crow at St. Martinville. Beauchamp at Northside. Cecilia at Northwest.
All right.
Kaplan at Notre Dame. And this the one you want to pay attention to. I'm going to update y'all next week. LCA at Evangel.
That's going to be a good one.
Big time game
That'll
right
be a
there.
good one.
Yes.
That's high school right there, man.
All right, fellas. Well, we got about 4 more minutes. Did y'all have anything else?
I want to say the NBA preseason is getting ready to start, and I'm ready to go.
Friday.
Shout out to them Lakers, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brian.
Heavy into the basketball. I believe next year we need to really start getting into the basketball because training camps are starting to get going and everything.
This weekend we got a few games: Rockets, Clippers Friday, Pacers, Kings play
Lakers,
Friday,
Warriors
and
Saturday.
Lakers, Warriors
Lakers,
Saturday.
Warriors,
We're gonna
boys.
see the greatest on the court for the first time.
Klay
this
Thompson
year.
hiding. Klay Thompson hiding like his leg hurting.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. We're gonna get to him.
Hey, Ryan, what you got to say about your old team that you went chill with? Steal a couple of
Man, we in Brooklyn, man. We in Brooklyn.
He going.
In New York.
I asked, what does he have to
Concrete
say about the
jungle
team?
where
he
dreams
went-
are made of.
What you got,
Nothing
Ryan?
you can't do. Okay,
You had
last
something
little
on the
thing to
light?
take us on out.
Wow.
Going back to baseball. Mattress Mac. Are y'all familiar with Houston? All y'all done been to Houston before,
Yeah,
right?
but yeah.
Okay.
No,
Anyway,
no, we've
Mattress
never been to
Mac,
Houston.
Mattress Mac, a big entrepreneur out there with Mattress Kings and things of that nature. He has stores out there. And when the hurricane had hit 2 years ago, he had donated mattresses and supplies and things of that nature. He's a philanthropist and an entrepreneur. Well, today, what he did, he went go make his bet on his Houston Astros, and my man walked up into the casino with $3.5 million.
Yep.
That's what he did. $3.5 million, and that's the money in the suitcase that he brought.
And he
this
left
right
with
here,
$11 million.
And that's the ticket right there.
He got some good reasoning.
The reason being is that, he supports his team. He's big on Houston. Now, the customers, anybody who buys mattresses from now until the World Series, if the Astros win, all those customers are going to get up to $3,000 back refund on purchases that they made. And plus, he's going to be doing more philanthropic work. Philanthropy throughout Houston, philanthropy
That's right, you're right. You got
all
it the
throughout
second
there.
time.
But the thing that kind of amazed me about it was that it's $3.5 million. And he said before he's done, he's planning on going to all the sports books around the nation until he gets to $10 million because he want to put that on the Astros. Would y'all ever put that amount of money on a squad that you say is your team? Walk in the bank with the 3.5.
Right.
With that type of motivation to give back to his people, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But
Yeah,
without that,
I'll tell you one thing. My Yankees got something to say about this.
I tell you
Mattress Mac.
Oh,
look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you, Mattress Mac.
And
we coming.
I tell you what.
And we coming.
Mattress Matt, you are very smart because I know one thing. You wouldn't put that money on the Cowboys. I know that
we talking about the
you wouldn't put that on no Cowboys.
We talking about the Astros.
We talking about Texas.
He's looking at the
and
camera,
Mattress
too.
Matt would not put that on the Cowboys. Mark my words.
Anyway, y'all, we got about a minute left.
Ryan.
We ain't been saying this properly, and we need to say it properly. Thank y'all for following us. Follow us on Facebook, The Division Podcast. Our YouTube channel. Subscribe. The Division Podcast. We're also on AOC Open Access. We're on television. Plus, we're just audio. iTunes, Google Play. Check us out. Because we never said it at the end, and people ask me where can they find us at.
On Twitter.
So we got 30 seconds, y'all.
30 seconds, Mr.
Go
Ryan.
Gators. The Pats is the best in the NFL, and the Lakers is back.
Say something, Rich, if I can go over there. Say something. Say something.
Would you put $3 million on the Cowboys, Ryan?
$3 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had it to
Oh, he got to think about it.
if I had it to spare.
He had to think about
If I had it to spare, man, $3 million, that's a lot of money. I ain't Mattress Mac, man.
All right,
I ain't
y'all.
Mattress Mac.
Shout out to Teddy Bridgewater, man.
Episode 11, man.
Shout out
Episode
to Teddy
11, man.
Bridgewater.
We out of here.
Love
Thank
y'all,
y'all,
man.
and we'll see y'all
Go Saints.
next week, baby.
Go Saints.